What up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Christopher Moon, and this is my dialectic mind. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. It's been a minute since I put anything up. I've been freaking overwhelmed. Like, not emotionally. Well, yes, emotionally, but just overwhelmed in general. Finding this out has been crazy, and there are 11 of us in here. And you know what? I love all 11 of you. I'm sorry I'm not posting. I got to do better, because I'm sure anybody that subscribes is trying to deal with the same shit, and this shit is like fucking heartbreaking to think about, to deal with. It's just hard to deal with. I never knew before why it was so hard. I just thought, you know, that's life, it sucks. But I know now that every time I felt hollow, every time I felt nasty, like I don't want to exist, I don't want to be here, you just get that hurt in your heart. It's not supposed to be that way. It's really not. And it's helped me see that. Like, now once I get into situations like that, like work, family, friends, anything, driving, I won't blow up or freak out like I used to. I'll kind of take a moment and know, hey man, this isn't you. This is your disorder. You're unbalanced. You don't have the chemicals balanced right. I'm not balanced. I need to balance myself out. I need to breathe. I need to take a minute, take a vacation, take a second before I respond to that email, before I hit that horn button and stick my head out the window because somebody's not driving fast enough, or I'm just irrationally upset, or over emotionally, you know, affected by something minute, something that doesn't even matter. So I've seen both a lot of positive and a lot of negative with just learning this information about myself. This motherfucker. Why the fuck, man? Anyway, it's better to know that I'm dealing with something and deal with things, because before I wasn't dealing, before I was exploding, or before I was hiding. So now I can deal with it a little better, but now I double guess everything. Like, I'll get an email, I'll have a talk, I'll see something, I'll hear something, like the stuff that would normally trigger me into an overly emotional, saddened state, or a irrationally upset position. Now I know that I need to take a minute every time I start feeling the temperature rise. Once the temperature starts to rise, I know I need to look at it and say, is this reasonable or is it not? And that's helped out a lot. But it's also hindered a lot because it ties my hands to, like, everything, like anything that comes my way. I don't know if I'm being myself or if I'm being this other personality, and that fear, it keeps me, it prevents me from normal communication, normal interactions. Like, it really is a I don't know. It just holds me back. It holds me back, and I dwell on things. Like, there's I can think of 2 times within this time span that I, maybe 3 or 4 if I'm thinking the whole time. But since I have found out that I'm lucky enough to have this personality disorder, that when I get like an email or something at work, like I was saying earlier, that bothers me and I think I'm being attacked, I'll completely shut down. I can't focus on anything. Like I can't get anything done. I get so worried and I start thinking, is this me? Or am I being unrational? And I spend I think I probably spent 24 work hours, 3 work days, on 2 to 3 separate occasions responding to an email, just writing it, reading it, erasing it, rewriting it, editing, waking up the next day, erasing the whole thing because it doesn't even represent anything I want to say, and just rewriting it so many times that, you know, by the time I get back to whatever the issue was, it's not even relevant anymore at work. They just think I'm ignoring them. I don't know. I feel good about stuff, but then I also feel like I'm losing my mind trying to be better. But anyway, the skill I wanted to talk about is actually from the Chinese medicine. And I'm a big proponent of that traditional, holistic, or alternative medicine. The thing that I'm talking about is called EFT tapping, emotional or energy focused tapping. ThriveNow.com, and that's what it looks like. It's by Rick Wickles and Kathy Vertuli, and it's, you know, a couple pages. It's pretty good. It's got some diagrams of what it is, the history of it, and where these tapping points are, which is pretty cool. I mean, look, it's a pretty good little book. It's free. Just go to that www.thrivenow.com, and it's transform your emotions with energy tapping. And this thing, it was recommended to me by my therapist, and we still have to go over it, but so far it's been working pretty good. It's nice. And here's the little diagram of all the locations you got to tap. See that? You start off, and in this book, in this one, all you do is the same pattern. That's what they want you to do, the same pattern every time. And I've heard there's different patterns. I have to look them up online. But there is the top of your head, that's your first tapping point. Then it moves down to the side of your eye, second, under your eye, that's your third. Then right here, just little where your mustache splits, that's the under the nose spot, number 4, I believe. Then the soul patch on your chin, under your lip, that's 5. Then you do your collarbone right there, underneath your always, and then it's called the sore spot, and you can do either one, but right underneath your collarbone where your shoulder and your pec meet, that's the sore spot. The next one is the underarm, and it's not actually under your armpit, but it's like 1 hand's length, 4 inches down from there. That's the underarm spot. That's number 6. And 7, it's called I don't know how accurate it is, but it's called karate chop, and it's the little fatty part of your hand right there. And you're supposed to start tapping, lightly, without a hat. Get your mohawk out and then just start tapping very lightly, 3 to 7 times. And then from there, you tap there 3, and then you do 3 to 7, then right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Am I counting right? No, I'm not counting right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that's the order in which you do them. And I guess I wasn't counting right. There's 10. I thought there were 7 for some reason. You're supposed to do that with light pressure to harder pressure, depending on how intense your feelings are or whatever calming you need. And while you do this, you're supposed to be breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth in the meditative style. And you're also supposed to repeat an affirmation in your head, like, even though this thing is happening, I know it'll pass, or it's not my fault. Okay, here it is. So it says, even though blank, I have this knot of worry in my forehead. So it's just giving an example. Even though blank, I deeply and completely accept myself, and repeat this 3 times while doing your tapping exercises and doing your breathing. And I don't believe I have ever thought an affirmation while I was doing it, but just the breathing and the tapping itself has made a lot of difference in a lot of situations. And I'm still, I want to go look up some other exercises for it, because it's supposed to be along the lines of your energy. They use it in it's a form of acupuncture, acupressure, cupping, all that kind of medicine and that kind of energy. But it only has the same thing. See, top of head, eyebrow, side eye, under nose, under chin, collarbone, underarm, back to top of head. So I guess you always start out with this. And if tapping that and doing your thinking and breathing doesn't work, then you go through the whole thing, which it's nice, but it's kind of hard because, in life, if I'm in a meeting, if I'm doing something, and then all of a sudden I start, doing this crazy stuff, that's not going to be cool. But I think you should try it. I think you should go to the site, download this free, and give it a shot. I mean, what do you got to lose? But anyway, I'm home now. I'm going to go inside. I'm having a good day so far, so we'll see if we can keep it that way. And I hope all of you are having a good day and you're staying safe out there with all this stuff going on, and that we can just, take care of ourselves and take care of each other. Take care of each other. For real. I love you guys. Be good, you 11.